All right. So this video is going to be about A Court of Frost and Starlight, but you wanted to talk about the bone carver's death and the weaver's death from ACOFAS.
Like that was like in between everything happening.
To know the bone carver knew his death.
Yeah, he had carved it before.
And the fact that he fucking like turned around and looked at her.
Yeah, he's like, this is where I die.
He's, I mean that I was like, ah. Oh, you know, you saw me over there reading it. Whenever I read it, you knew, like this book. Yep. You just knew. And then the weaver's death, man.
And then those words repeated in this book too, because she was sitting there painting, and she remembered the words that the surreal said. She's like, "Leave the world a better place."
I don't like it.
What, the peanut butter?
Well, there's sodium and sugar, so it doesn't taste like bland.
The weaver's death, the way Hybern snapped her neck, I think she would have survived that. But to throw her down to his hounds was...
Yeah.
That was shitty.
I was like, yeah, she'll live. And then she gets torn apart by all beasts.
Yeah. The Surreal's death.
Oh,
yeah. That tore me up first.
Well, the fact that the Surreal
I had to stop reading for a second.
That it was going to happen because the Surreal already knew that
the cloak was
that the cloak
being trapped.
Already, yeah. And so he knew that they were going to catch up with him sooner or later, and along with finding her.
Yeah. That right there where he was like, "No, don't run."
Yeah.
That was.
And after she ended up trapping, is it Ian?
Ianthe.
After she ended up trapping Ianthe in the Weaver's cottage.
That was smart.
Yeah.
That was.
The Weaver didn't. Like, the Weaver kind of like, as soon as Faye was injured, she's like, I smell my brother on you. Where are you? Like, what is your association with the carver? Like, why are you here? And she's just like, dinner. Locks the door.
Yeah, locks Ianthe and the two soldiers in there. Yeah. I think that's how Rhysand was able to win the Weaver over, too, because he talked about, I'm pretty sure he told the Weaver about Feyre. Yeah. I know he sent Helion to get her, but I mean, like, if you're going to make a deal with her, you have to tell her why. Yeah. So, but yeah, the Surreal's death was the hardest one for me. That was the hardest one. And then I would probably say Rhysand's death and then Feyre's death.
Yeah, because she was willing to do the same to the Surreal that she did with Rhys, which was give her blood. Yeah. But the Surreal stopped her and save your power.
Yeah, and there's more of him. There is more. There's not just one Surreal. There is more. So
it makes me. I kind of think it's funny though if it's been the same one this whole time that she just keeps on.
It would be hilarious. It would be the same. I bet you it is the same one. Pretty sure he's like, my friend.
Let me tell you.
All right, so Court of Frost and Starlight, the little tiny novella, the last book of Feyre and Rhysand, their story, their side of the story. How'd you feel about it?
I thought it was a nice little, like,
happy.
After everything's happened, the little peacetime they get.
How did you feel about the snowball fight?
I thought that was a weird tradition for the three of them to
for
have.
Faye, right? Yeah.
Like, just to have I thought it was going to be something like they go off into the mountains or something and, like...
Men. We do men things.
Yeah, men. We go hunt.
Especially when Morgan was like, really? He didn't tell you? Why was Rhysand so secretive about it?
Yeah, I was sitting there, I was like, I mean, it's like, you could just tell her that you, like, go up to the cabin and...
You're, like, throwing balls of fluff at your brothers.
Yeah. Just, for her and Morgan to just pop up, and she's just like, what are they doing? Just...
I'll show you. It's whatever. I got you. What about Elaine? Elaine made a big change.
Yeah, she's coming around a lot.
ready for another book with her on her perspective.
Yeah.
Which I'm kind of hoping maybe book 6 is Elaine, but it's not.
Let's snip it.
Nesta still,
Yeah, she went as far as to like move out of the townhouse.
and then the whole thing like, oh my rent is due.
Oh yeah, that's.
I remember when you read that part there next to me. But then having this realization exactly how rich Feyre and Rhysand are.
Yeah, yeah.
That,
The fact that she Feyre wanted that and brought up the art studio to Reese. No, she was looking through the
miscellaneous
miscellaneous ledger, and she's like, I could put it in the miscellaneous funds. Okay, so we're just a whole art studio building is just a miscellaneous purchase. Just the whole entire building. It's just a miscellaneous. Oh, that's a pocket change.
yeah. What about Lucian's part? Him showing up.
That was.
I
one
felt
thing
bad
that-
for him.
I did feel bad for him, but at the same time, like I know it's due to the
I don't-
meeting about why he doesn't want to be around Elaine because it just
Not only that, but he can tell.
yeah.
He can just tell that she doesn't want him around, so he's trying to respect that, but he's also like trying to show her that he still like cares in his own way, that type of thing. I don't think Feyre should have been as harsh.
Yeah,
him.
I don't think so either.
And I don't think Lucian should have judged her as quickly, especially considering you 2 years max.
Like, what was the?
It's her. It's all these books is 2 years max that this is taking place in. For that type of fucking mentality change of Feyre in 2 years is huge.
Yeah.
And she still hasn't fully dived into what she can do. I mean, it's huge. Sorry, it's huge. I think Lucian still has a chip on her shoulder about the whole Tamlin thing.
I think so too. Just because of the fact that he still tries to check in.
Well, I mean, he has to. He's heir. He's heir. What about, I don't know which one this happened in, but Rhysand goes to the Supreme Court to talk to Tamlin.
Yeah, this did happen. So this, yeah, he goes there a couple times.
Yeah. And like
The first time he goes there is just kind of like to see the state of Tamlin.
if
pretty
Lucian
much.
was telling the truth.
Yeah, and he shows up, and Tamlin's just let everything go, and let himself go. And like, he's like, Rhysand's like, I don't feel bad for him. He deserves it.
He does. I'm with Rhysand in that mentality.
Yeah.
And then him showing up the second time and like skinning the elk and all that stuff. for
Yeah,
him.
he's like, I may not respect you and I may not care for you, but you still need to eat because I still need you as an ally.
And he took care of it. He didn't have to, but he did.
Yeah.
I'm hoping that maybe we get more of a redemption for him. But he kind of fucking did it to himself, murdering his mate, denying the mating bond. I mean, all of this other crap. Like you fucking did it to yourself, and then you turned around and did the same thing to Feyre that she did to you.
Yeah.
That Amaranth did to you. I mean, that's just like ridiculous. But yeah, that's like a huge thing. But we'll see. But what did you rate it?